Today we will be showing you how to crimp hair. And to start off, you should have a crimper, of course, that has this in the inside. And I have a bedhead design or brand, but you can have any of the brands, just make sure it's a crimper.
This style of thing works on any types of hair. So if you have short hair, it can work. Long hair, medium hair, any kind of hair, thick hair, short hair, anything.
And also, the hairspray that it came with that holds very firmly after you do each of them is the bedhead hairspray. It's the mini hard hold hairspray, and it's very good, and I would recommend it. So now, for whenever you're heating the crimper up, you have to plug in this part, which is kind of easy, you know. You just like plug it in, and then this crimper will it only takes about 30 seconds maybe to heat up. And the cool thing about it is that it's wet and dry hair, and you just like adjust it with a knob on the side that's like, and it says on the directions like the amount for wet hair and the amount for dry hair, and it's very quick.
You can get this at a mall, like any design, any kind of mall. It usually when you're doing it around and you set it down, you have to go somewhere, and you have I don't know, but it doesn't burn anything, and it's foil.
To start crimping your hair, you will first need to make sure there's no tangles in it and that it is brushed all the way through. And then you can take one side and put it on the other, and only take about a little bit at a time, but just make sure it's not too much, because then it won't be the good crimping curls thingies. I just heated up my crimper, and you can see it's on right here. Yeah. And so now I took my piece of hair, and I'm going to start at the toppest of all, but not where it'll burn her head, and I will just push down. And if you want it to be more more heavy curls, more big loops, then push down all the way, but just hold it to where it'll work. You just hold for maybe 20 seconds. It depends on the thickness of your hair. Some is 10 seconds. Let's see. If you just undo this, it will turn out. I will come back whenever I do her first length of hair. Okay, I have gotten her first strand of hair done, and you can tell it kind of looks like snake skin, what people mostly say, but I did about 13 seconds on her hair since it's really thin, and I just did it all the way through, and it's nice and pretty, and it actually, some people might think it looks like extensions, but it looks good afterwards. Okay, so I already did this piece, but I also did this one on, it's like her bangs kind of, but not really. And then now I'm just going to do the rest of her head, and I'll come back whenever it's about halfway. But for right now, I'm going to show you one strand of hair and how I do it. Okay, so you just take one, and then I put it on there, and I hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And since her hair is thin, I only do for about 13. And I just go down the line for each. And if their curls aren't the best, then you can just like do them over again. That's what I do sometimes if I mess up or they don't look too great. See, I'm just going to do the bottom again to make it have more curls. And then, this is what her previous one did. And you can put hairspray, but I'm not going to because her hair holds. And then, you can also put your fingers through and make it like thin like this, but it looks best both ways. So I'll come back whenever I'm halfway. Okay, so I have finished half of her hair already, and you can tell it's very smooth and it gets thicker as you go. And if your hair, so it's always good to also straighten it before you crimp it, because then it gets more silky and everything. But this is all like one piece, like right after I did it. But on the other side, right here, she put her fingers through it, so it looks more like thinner and not as thick. So you can do either one because they both are good to use. And then you'll have all of this, or you could do like half and half because they both look good. And then here's her bangs where it's like less, and then you can just like clip it back right here and it'll look just like snakeskin. Okay, so now we only have this pieces left to do, and I am just going to curl it, and you can see how I do it. And then at the end, if you don't want to put a lot of hairspray in, you can just put go like this and just do a little bit at a time. And then, so I'm just gonna again start at the top. And then I will count to 13. And also, after you do it, if you straighten it, later after, and they're kind of like loose and everything, then it feels like really thick, and it makes your hair feel really good. So it feels good to straighten it also. And once you get to the end, you only need about 5 seconds maybe, or maybe more. And you just go piece by piece, and it's okay if you overlap one piece, because it's all good. And I have my last piece on this hair. And if you have highlights like she does, and they're natural, then they help with your crimps in it, because it makes it like each of them different colors, and they look very good. So there's that one. That one came out pretty thin since it's closer to her hair, or it's one of her front of her head pieces. Am I touching your ear? Okay, so I'm on our last page, which is, of course, the shortest one. Well, one of the shorter ones. And then you can always go back and do them, like touch them up, because the hairspray, if you don't have hairspray or only a little bit of hairspray, it might not stay all the way, for a long time. just do the top one more time just to get it. And this one's, of course, smaller. And then you bring it all to one side. And there you go. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a close-up view for hair. It's really close. And they're only $34.99 at Ulta, so they're really good prices. And there's one that doesn't come with hairspray that's $35, and one that does, and then they're the same brand. And so I think it's a better decision to get hairspray with it because it makes it stay all day. And if you put this, like the thicker ones, and you put your hands through them, or if you want to just a little bit, it makes it all smooth, and you can redo top a minute. Like I'm going to do this piece one more time. Very top. Just so it brings it, and then you can do whichever one, and you can go higher, like, and do little pieces at a time, but this is what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you, like, crimp your hair and it works for you. Bye.